Here we're looking at problem 1.1.20, and they're giving us a graph of a function, and we're told to determine over what interval or intervals the function is positive or negative. So you can zoom in on this graph a little bit better, but I drew my own little quick sketch off on the right here. So we want to know when it is positive and when it is negative. Our graph is positive anytime it's above the x-axis. So my x-axis and anything above it would be, let's change that color, right here. All right, so this is going to be above the x-axis, and this part over here is above the x-axis. Now, it's negative when it's below the x-axis, so that would be everything down here, tracing along the graph here. So I have two sections that are positive and one that is negative. It's positive, it's tough to say, that got written over, that's a -2 there. So we know it is positive for everything going left here. So this is going to keep going left. So it's positive from -infinity, remember to use a parenthesis, up to -2. Now, right at the point -2, it touches the x-axis. That is one of our zeros of our function. So -2 isn't positive or negative. So we want to make sure we put a parenthesis there. So that'll cover that first one on this left. So this left piece is covered by that. Now, the right piece, that starts at 4 and it moves forever to the right, so that's going to go to positive infinity. And for the same reason, we're going to use a parenthesis at the 4 because at 4 it's right along the x-axis, so it is neither positive nor negative. Now, the negative one, so negative starts at -2. Again, parentheses here because it's an x-intercept, so it's not positive or negative. And that's going to keep going down over until we get to that 4 where it turns positive. So you want to have this as your positive. Sorry, let me label this. So your positive intervals would be these two up top here. These are your positive intervals. And then your negative interval in this case would be that one right there. Again, it's when it's above the x-axis and when it's below. Be careful typing in the answers as interval notation. And when you type in the positive ones, use a comma to separate the two answers. So you would write them as, you would say -infinity, -2, and then put a comma between each set. So it would look something like that for the positive. And then the negative is just as it's already been written.